Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our channel, Vox Politica, your number one Kenyan YouTube political channel, where we unpack Kenyans' biggest political headlines. Now, today, I want us to examine critical, alarming things that happened during the launch of Gachagua's party that raises a lot of questions among the Kenyan citizens. Now, the first thing that raises alarm was the critical absence of the core principal members, those who are planning to form an alliance with Rigathi Gachagua to make William Ruto a one-term president. Now, in that event, you notice that Kalonzo Musyoka was missing. Martha Karua was also absent. Eugene Wamalwa went missing. And also, somebody who is very important in this alliance, Fred Okengo Matiang'i, was nowhere to be seen. Now, the question that is lingering in our mind is why were they absent? Why were they absent? And this was presumed to be a very big day for Rigathi Gachagua, their ally. So why were they not present, ladies and gentlemen? But we were told that this was just an unveiling of the party and that we should anticipate the real launching next month, June. And therefore, before then, we cannot make a conclusion that there is already a rift between these core principles of Gachagua. We can't say that there's a rift in their camp. But let's wait and see until June. I think it is June 6th when they are going to do a proper relaunch and see whether these core principles are going to appear. Because if you remember when Martha Karua was rebranding her party, if you compare to that ceremony and the one that happened with the DCP, is that there's a big difference. In Martha Karua's, people like Kalonzo Musyoka were there, Eugene Wamalwa, and they were there celebrating because it was a big day for Martha Karua. What we expected also, something that we also expected to happen with Rigathi Gachagua. Another thing, ladies and gentlemen, that happened that I think is also raising an alarm is some of the elected officials, allies of Gachagua, did not don in his party colors. They were not wearing clothes that represent his party colors. We saw Dorcas was in green. Others like Clovis Malala were also donning. But people like the Nyandarua Senator, Medhu, did not don in Opito or official party colors of Rigathi Gachagua. The reason why this could have happened, maybe many are saying that because of the harsh political rules or harsh political laws that govern how elected members of parliament or elected senators should behave with the parties. So you cannot go and support the ideology of another party and yet you are elected by another one. That one could immediately cause your dismissal from the party, and therefore it will call for a re-election in your area. And that could be the reason why Senator Medhu did not put on official party colors of Rigathi Gachagua. But also, that may raise something that is suspicious, because the way Senator Medhu speaks for Gachagua and the Mount Kenya, and the way they speak up against William Ruto, we expected that the same courage could manifest by them putting on the party colors of Rigathi Gachagua's party, DCP. Now, before I go further, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite you to subscribe to this channel. The only way you can support me is by subscribing to this channel. Press that subscription button, smash the notification bell, and then press the like button. Just like that, you have supported me a greater deal to reach a broader audience. And I thank you so much. Even for those who have already subscribed, I say hongera, asanteni sana, and may God bless you. Now, also something that was somehow not well in that launch of DCP was the list of members, the members of the party. Many, you and me, and I know, you expected that Cleophas Malala, who was elected, who was appointed as the interim deputy party leader, could have served well in as the SG, the party secretary general, because that position of party secretary general is more powerful than the party of deputy party leader. But we are asking questions. Why do you think Rigathi Gachagua did not give Cleophas Malala the secretary general position. And the reason as to my view is because the party secretary general position is a position that is very significant to the party. This secretary general is the custodian of the party's legal documents. He or she can sign some agreements or plans or memorandums of understanding and some other important things on behalf of the party. He is in access of so many documents that belongs to the party. By him avoiding to give Malala this position, it raises critical mistrust issues from Gashagua's side to Malala. Instead, he appointed a young man from Kisii, and if you dig deeper on the history of this young man, you find that they have a close relationship with Gachagua, and that's why maybe Gachagua has decided to give this young man the position of the Secretary General. Because the SG, remember what Sifuna is doing in the ODM, is a very powerful position. And you are the custodian. Anything that is being signed by the party leader, you must be there. But for the deputy party leader, it's not a must that you are involved. When the party leader is there, your work becomes nothing. And that is avoidance of giving Malala the party leadership position, the Secretary General, raises mistrust questions from Rigathi Gachagua's point. And another thing that was also mischievous in that launch was the attack by the goons. We saw a group of goons stormed that event and caused some mayhem. And we are raising questions. Was this orchestrated by Clovis Malala and Rigathi Gachagua's camp, or it was orchestrated by the state? Was it a state-sponsored? Those questions are yet to be answered. But when the police, the national police, the CS for Interior, Murukomen, responded, he said that that was orchestrated by Gachagua's supporters.
There is no indication that the National Police Service were notified about this meeting so that they can provide proper security. Preliminary also investigation indicate that some of the supporters who were invited to come for this function were expecting to be paid some amount, and as a result of fighting over those resources, there was a melee which unfortunately led to some kind of a stampede.
The question we are asking, why have they not arrested them? Because law and order in the country must be maintained despite or regardless of where it is happening, because the main purpose of the national police is to provide law and order. And the CCTVs in that area were very clear. They captured the goons, their faces. So we are asking questions, who sponsored this? And if it is true that Gachagua and his team did that, and then that is it could be very shameful to them. And it could amount into pettiness when it comes to political propagandas. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to see what your views are on the total composition of the leadership and generally the mobilization of that launch. How was it? Was it well mobilized? Or it was something that was done secretly? Let me see what your thoughts are on the entire event and what took place, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, I want to ask you that you allow me to see you in our next video. This is Vox Politica, where we unpack Kenya's biggest political headlines. My name is Jacob Nyende. Until next time, bye-bye.